If your company collects personal data, whether from customers, employees, or website users, you are already subject to privacy regulations. Two of the most important laws you need to understand today are the GDPR in Europe and the CCPA in California, US. In this video, we will explain what these laws are, who they apply to, and why privacy compliance is critical for your business.
Every business today collects data: customer data, employee data, website visitor data. But with data comes responsibility. As digital operations grow, governments around the world have created laws to protect individuals and regulate how personal information is used. Two of the most important privacy laws you need to understand are the GDPR and the CCPA. The GDPR, or General Data Protection Regulation, is the European Union's data protection law. It applies to organizations that process personal data of individuals located in the European Union, regardless of where the company itself is established. GDPR is built on key principles such as transparency, purpose limitation, data minimization, security, and accountability. The CCPA, or California Consumer Privacy Act, is a privacy law designed to protect residents of California. It applies to certain businesses that collect personal information from California residents and meet defined thresholds related to revenue or data volume. Although structured differently from GDPR, the CCPA shares the same objective, giving individuals greater control over their personal data. Both GDPR and CCPA regulate personal data, also called personal information. This includes any data that identifies or relates to an individual, such as names, email addresses, identification numbers, IP addresses, location data, and online identifiers. In some cases, it also includes sensitive information like health, financial, or biometric data. These laws are not limited by physical borders. GDPR applies when a company offers goods or services to individuals in the EU or monitors their behavior. CCPA applies to businesses that target or collect data from California residents, even if the business operates outside the United States. GDPR and CCPA grant individuals important rights over their personal data. These rights include knowing what data is collected, accessing that data, requesting deletion, and limiting or opting out of certain data uses. Under GDPR, individuals also have additional rights such as data portability and the right to object to processing. For businesses, compliance involves more than publishing a privacy policy. Organizations must understand what data they collect, why they collect it, where it is stored, and who it is shared with. This typically requires data mapping, risk assessments, vendor management, security controls, and internal governance structures. Privacy regulations are enforced through meaningful penalties. Under GDPR, organizations can face fines of up to 20 million euros, or 4% of their global annual revenue, whichever amount is higher. These penalties are applied based on the severity of the violation, the level of negligence, and how the company manages risk and accountability. Under the CCPA, enforcement includes regulatory fines and potential civil liability. Businesses may be fined for each violation, and penalties increase significantly if the violation is intentional or involves failure to protect consumer data during a security incident. Beyond financial penalties, non-compliance can also result in investigations, mandatory corrective actions, lawsuits, and reputational damage. In practice, the cost of non-compliance often exceeds the value of investing in a proper privacy compliance program. Understanding GDPR and CCPA is the first step. Implementing them effectively requires structure, expertise, and continuous oversight. This is where specialized privacy professionals help organizations move from reactive compliance to strategic privacy governance.
GDPR and CCPA are more than legal requirements. They define how modern businesses must handle personal data responsibly. If you want strategic, risk-based privacy compliance, Privacy Evolved helps you turn regulation into a business advantage. Visit privacyevolved.com and schedule a consultation to start building privacy the right way.